Welcome to the Brampton Board of Trade Santa Claus Parade mandatory participant video. The purpose of this video is to inform all prospective participants of the 2017 parade of our rules and regulations. With an audience of almost 200,000 people, we're confident 2017 will be our best parade yet. The parade is always a success because of the efforts of the parade committee, our wonderful volunteer marshals, and the hundreds of people who walk down the parade route. The 2017 fees are as follows: $750 for large corporations, $450 for small businesses, and $300 for community or non-for-profits. Additional fees will be incurred for any extra vehicles. Banners will be provided for each entry, but you are responsible for providing the banner carriers, and please remember to have them dressed according to the theme of your entry. After watching this video and contacting us, you will be provided with a username and password that can be inputted into our parade management system. The link is located at the bottom of our website. And as always, you can find our website at www.bramptonsantaclausparade.com. After you've received your username and password, please log into the parade management system. Click Setup, click Organizations, and then select your organization from the list. Please fill in all the available fields. If you don't have a script ready yet, no problem. You can always go back in later to complete that field. It is very important that you'll read and accept the waiver for you to be an eligible participant. Don't forget to log out once you have completed the form. Also located on our website, down at the bottom, is a copy of our 2017 Parade Rules and Regulations document. Payment and online application must be submitted by October 13, 2017. Notification of withdrawals will not be accepted after October 31st, 2017. Any questions or concerns can be emailed to santaclausparade@bramptonbot.com, or you can call the Brampton Board of Trade office. With respect to your entry, please remember, we are a nighttime parade. It will be dark. You do need to light up your entry. Be bright and shine. Precision marchers without a float are allowed, providing they can demonstrate they are a performing group. This is your organization's opportunity to show Brampton and the rest of Canada what your Christmas spirit is all about. Float entries are allowed a maximum of 15 people that can walk behind the float. There will be no walking beside of or in front of the float for safety reasons. Remember, even if your vehicle is only pulling a float, it needs to be 80% decorated. The only exception to this rule will be the Hanson towing trucks that are strategically placed along the parade route in case any participants have trouble. When decorating your float, please remember the eye line of the crowd and keep your messages lower. The most engaging entry, as scored by our judges, would be eligible to win the Chairman's Award. To make sure we're hearing you loud and clear, please take steps to minimize distortion and point your speakers to the crowd and not in front and behind your entry. Air horns and sirens are not permitted. There are 3 judging areas across the parade route. One is located between Sproul and Church, the second between Wellington and Glen Eagle, and the last judging area is just below Clarence. 2017 will be the first year that elements of our parade will be broadcast on our social media channels. So be sure to find us online and let us know through social media what you're planning to do ahead of our 2017 festivities. And we'll share your updates with our followers. Any script you supply to us may be used in our broadcast, and as such we have some do's and don'ts regarding what sort of scripts we're looking for. Remember, your script will be read by a commentator, so it's important you do not write it in the first person. Also, this should not be considered an advertisement for your company or organization. Try to keep your script to 10 lines in length. Mention what is represented on your float and your organization's involvement in the community. And lastly, include notes in point form that could be used as filler if the commentators have extra time. This would be an example of good script writing. All scripts must be submitted to santascripts@bramptonbot.com by October 31st. By contrast, this would be an example of poor script writing. You must email your script by October 31st, 2017. Script saved to the parade management system will not be used. At the end of the day, the one thing our parade committee cares the most about is the safety of our parade participants and the crowds that come out to watch the parade. Before any float is allowed in the staging area, you will be inspected in the safety area at 32 Kennedy Road North, at the corner of Kennedy and Church. When entering the safety zone, please remember to be on time, be prepared with fire extinguishers and venting generators, as well as seatbelts, including for those riding on top of your float. In the safety zone, all aspects of your float will be inspected, including the fire extinguishers, the seatbelts, and the properly ventilated generators. Measurements are going to be checked for length, width, and height, as there is a bridge that we will ensure everyone gets under safely, at which point entry numbers will be affixed to your vehicle. Please also remember at no point during the parade will any entry be allowed to hand out items along the parade route, and once again, marchers affiliated with your entry must march behind your float. The safety area is just that, a safety area. It is not intended to be used as a zone to assemble your float. There should be no extra support vehicles, and riders and participants will meet you in the assembly/staging area after you complete your safety inspection. The placement of your parade number should be affixed to the front of your primary vehicle. As part of your parade entry, we will require a certain level of detail of information regarding your entry, including float type, the exact length, width, and height of your entry, how many marchers will be walking with your entry, if you are utilizing a sound system, and an overall description of what your entry is all about. To get to our staging/assembly area, bands will arrive from the north and floats will enter from the south on Ken Willans Drive. Sprawl divides the band assembly area from the entrant assembly area. The parade begins along Sprawl and then continues south on Main Street. Ken Willans Drive goes from calm and cool to crazy and chaotic in just a matter of moments, which again is why we stress it is important that you show up on time and be very accurate with the length of your parade entry. Please be mindful that in the staging area there are lots of people and lots of children everywhere, so drive with caution. So please remember, be on time, be accurate with your measurements, select a route captain for which the marshals could contact in case of a problem, and if your driver needs to step away from his vehicle, the driver's contact number should be left in a clearly visible place so the driver can be contacted in case the vehicle needs to be moved. The checklist you need before arriving to the staging area is: have the rules been reviewed by all participants? Have the assembly instructions been reviewed prior to arriving to the staging area? Has a driver, a route captain, and managers been informed of the parade rules and regulations and assembly instructions prior to arriving to the staging area? For larger vehicles, please be aware of two particular pinch points along the parade route. The first pinch point is at Ken Williams and Sproul at the top of the parade. The second one is at Sproul and Main, which is a left-hand turn. If at any point on parade date you require the assistance of a marshal, please feel free to contact any of the marshals wearing a bright fluorescent vest with marshal written on the back. Non-negotiable: any entry taller than 12 feet will not be allowed to participate in the parade. Remember, safety is our top priority. No handouts of any kind along the parade route, and marchers must march behind the entry. All entries must follow the direction of the parade. No entry is allowed to go northbound on Main Street. The dispersal area is located along the parade route south of Elgin Drive. In the dispersal area, marshals will be there to assist you. Fencing will be in place 100 feet north of Elgin on both sides to hold back spectators from the dispersal area. The parade officially ends at Elgin Drive. Please stop playing all Christmas music at this point. Marshals will be at Elgin Drive to meet floats and issue instructions for dispersal. Buses and vehicles for band members, characters, horses, etc. will be along both sides of Main Street, facing south. Once the Santa float enters the dispersal area, the parade has officially ended, and all entries and vehicles in the dispersal area at that time will be required to hold their curb positions, allowing spectators to leave the parade route. This will likely affect you if you're in the last one-third of the parade order. At all times, follow marshal instructions.
One more time as a reminder, online applications and payment are due October 13th, 2017. Script submissions, October 31st, 2017. And any notification of withdrawal must be submitted prior to October 31st, 2017. To acquire your login and password for our parade management system, you will need to email santaclausparade@bramptonbot.com, but also include the answers to these 3 true or false questions. Question number 1, marchers are allowed to march in front of a float. Question number 2, 1 additional vehicle is allowed in the assembly area per group. Question 3, 13 feet is the tallest allowable measurement to safely pass under the bridge along the parade route. If you answer all 3 questions correctly, you will be sent a login and password for the parade management system.
So thank you very much for your interest in deciding whether or not to participate in the Brampton Board of Trade Santa Claus Parade. We appreciate you taking the time to go over this participant orientation video, and we hope you have found it informative, as well as giving you all the detail you need to help make this the most successful parade we've had to date.